Now it's been said that the Trump administration may be slashing Medicaid. And what's interesting is that there's people who really needs it. You have people who are sick and disabled. So for them to do something like that, it would be horrific. Just like with the SNAP benefits, it's horrific because people need to eat. Well, Medicaid, people need to go see the doctor. So I don't think it's a brilliant idea for them to do something like this, okay? You have people who have parents and loved ones who they are concerned about.
That's the number one question I thought about. The people that use Medicaid to get oxygen, what are they going to do?
Yeah, that's also what I was going to add to. Like, that really strictly affects the disabled community. So I tell you, like, that's the first thing that they're going to do is attack the weakest of us all. And then when they start working their way at the bottom, they start moving their way up at the top. And instead of being about race, it's actually about class.
Exactly.
And accessibility. That's exactly what this is about. And they don't want you to identify that.
To everybody that's tuning in, I really hope like y'all can pay attention to what's going on and you really trying to build something with the people around you versus trying to do something by yourself, because this is a time that we really do need to lean on each other and build something versus being mad and burning something down when that's not going to help, because you still got to figure out what you need to do to get where you need to be. So it's just like,
if they cut our Medicaid, we would lose every hospital in our rural area, and then none of us would have health care. Not just the people on Medicaid, the people who have private insurance and Medicare. I'm a pharmacist. We took an oath to take care of people. We didn't say, no, only the rich ones.
In states that don't have right-to-work laws, the average pay is over $8,000 higher. The main thing that would help coal miners is to pass that PRO Act and repeal the right-to-work to where they could have a union, and that would solve all their problems.
So you were telling me that people are unaware, they're unaware that the whole reason why hospitals are not allowed to turn you away in an emergency situation, regardless of your ability to pay, is because of the Emergency Medical Treatment and Labor Act, which states that hospitals who receive Medicare funding are not allowed to turn you away. And they are proposing to cut back on Medicare and Medicaid. Talk to a caseworker. There are no ineligible people who are receiving it. The only people who are receiving it are eligible because there is a vetting process. All these people that they say are illegally getting it, it's not happening. The point is to start the process to get rid of it entirely. And if we get rid of the only guaranteed payment for medical care in this country, and we leave it all to our pockets with no support, guess what's going to happen to you? You are going to lose out on care because hospitals are going to close who depend on that funding. We don't have enough money to pay the bills that they decided were fair, which I'm sorry, I just had a life-saving surgery and I owe $3,000. If I don't pay $55 fucking dollars that I don't have to my primary care physician, they can decide to no longer treat me, and they will. And I've got to start all over again somewhere else. You all think that you're safe because, it's been that way because we fought to get it that way, and they're reversing it. You all have been so fucking pampered that you don't understand what we had to fight for to get you. Oh, but POP, everyone dies. Bitch, apparently not fucking politicians.
It's kind of crazy watching all these MAGA supporters right now, because the same people who were cheering the rallies, waving their flags and saying Trump 2024, save America, are now the same ones crying online because the Medicaid and Medicare got caught. Like, people literally want them. Folks were out there saying, hey, if Trump gets back in, you all better watch your health care. But they didn't want to hear it. They called it fake news, said it was all liberalized. Now look, they out here, mad and saying they can't afford their prescriptions or doctor's visits anymore. You know what's funny? These are the same people who used to post stuff like, I don't want my tax dollars paying for lazy people's health care. But now that the courts hit them, suddenly it isn't fair, and they
America's healthcare system is already on the brink of collapse, but the cuts to Medicaid and Medicare that Republicans have been pushing through the last 2 nights in the middle of the night will cause total chaos. My name is Lex. I'm a nurse. I am quite literally waiting to go inside for my shift this morning, but I really feel like everyone needs a little bit of context as to why this matters and why this is so catastrophic. These cuts, and the cuts are in total over $1 trillion to both Medicaid and Medicare, will cause sheer and utter chaos in our healthcare system. Now, they want to cut over $800 billion to Medicaid alone over the course of 10 years. What does that mean? So that's roughly 10% of Medicaid's budget. Every year, Medicaid has around $800 billion to spend. So if you cut $800 billion in 10 years, that's 10%. Medicaid is the largest reimbursement of nursing homes, okay? Without Medicaid, and any cuts to Medicaid means your grandma and grandpa and your parents are going to be neglected in their nursing homes. And I'm not saying that because the staff is at fault. I'm saying that because when budget is cut, nursing homes cut staff. Right now, today, as I'm making this video, nursing homes are already making nurses take care of 30 to 40 patients. We can't be everywhere at once. Those ratios are about to grow. So a 10% cut to Medicaid does mean that there will be massive neglect in our nursing homes. It also means that some nursing homes are going to shut down completely. And that means that the hospitals you and I rely on, every single hospital in this country is going to have a delay getting people out of the hospital. People are going to sit and wait for discharge because a lot of the folks that come into the hospitals need to discharge to nursing homes, whether it's for rehab or long-term care or whatever. That's not going to happen. They're already full. The nursing homes are already full. Now they're about to get their budget cut. We are not going to be able to move people out of these hospital beds, you guys. And that means catastrophic levels of delays in care for everyone else. I don't know how much clearer I can be. If there are no hospital beds, there are no hospital beds. That means no beds for your car accident. Sorry, you come in with a broken femur and a broken pelvis. If we don't have beds, we're not going to treat you in the parking lot. We legally can't do that. So this is going to affect everybody. Private doctor's offices who primarily take Medicaid patients, if you go to that doctor and you don't have Medicaid, if they shut down, does it matter? Does it matter? Simply put, the disabled and the elderly are going to die because of these cuts. And Republicans know that. They know that. That's why they're doing these votes at 1 in the fucking morning. They know that only 15% of Americans, regardless of political belief, 15% support Medicaid cuts. That is one of the most unpopular policy positions in history. Not to mention all of the rural hospitals who will simply put shut down. A lot of these rural hospitals are almost completely reimbursed by Medicaid and Medicare. If they lose that money, they will shut down. A lot of them are already on the brink of shutting down as it is, which means that rural Americans, small town Americans, will have to drive hours to see a doctor. That means death. There's no other way to put this. So I hope that gives some context as to why every single person watching this video needs to be up their elected officials' assholes right now. You need to be calling and calling and calling, emailing. If you live in D.C., go knock on that damn door. If you live near one of their offices in your congressional district, go knock on that damn door. We need to be in the streets. We need to be online talking about this. We need to be making as much noise as possible because our elderly deserve better, our disabled folks deserve better, and we deserve better.